Why, hello everybody. Good morning. I just woke up. I'm in a Cons of Tarkir draft, so today's gonna be a good day. This is a pretty fun pack. I mean, I think you just slam Ghost Fireblade every time in this format. It's too good, but look at these. Nice, beautiful triple lands. The tri-lands are so good, and I happen to love 5 color. Blossoming Sands and Regular Highlands, so pretty good chance I get a land back. Just saying if I want to go more 5 color. And then the actual cards are pretty lackluster besides Feeder Resistance, which is insane. Scavenger is definitely good. Free Webmaster is fine. But yeah, I think we're just going to take that Ghost Fireblade. After all, it goes into each and every deck. It's just a fantastic card. I'd like to go 5 colors. It's been a while. And I've been worried that, not worried, but if I'm looking at the Fate Reforged, preview cards, I haven't seen the full set yet, because this is the week before they release all of it, but seeing some of them come out and just knowing that there's going to be 1 pack less of cons, I'm wondering if they have it set up to where we'll still get to do the 5 color thing. I think you can, because they're reprinting in Fate Reforged these dual lands. I don't think the tri-lands are being reprinted, but the dual lands are. So if you rock and roll with the dual lands in the first pack, which is going to be Fate Reforged, plus of course always picking up super powerful cards, even though you may not be doing the whole like tricolor thing, like there's still going to be enough lands going around that you can make your playable dual lands list for a 5 color deck. So that's fine. I mean, you may not need to with only 2 packs being on the wedge game plan, whereas Fate Reforged, they're not looking to do that so much. It's a thing. I'm pretty sure on the Jeskai Charm, it's just the most powerful spell. That's where I like to be in the first steps anyway. If there was a really strong monocolor, I would, but Dragon's Eye Savant's kind of the best. That's underwhelming. Mineswipe's a good kind of like closeout rare that no one plays around, but I'd rather just take the Jeskai Charm. Still noticing these lands. Not sure if these are going to table, but would be nice. I don't love Jeskai in general in this format. Here's a Frontier Bivouac, which is the first thing that caught my eye. Debilitating Injury is good. Wind Scout would go well with the Charm, though I don't think you need to pick it this highly. I'm happy to take the Bivouac. War in the Eye would be really good if we are for sure in 5 colors. I think, just taking the strong Tri-Land. We already passed 1 Bivouac, which isn't great, but still these go just in anything. And let's say we go Jeskai, it's fine. We have it's like a dual land. Bloodfell Cave. Yeah, there's nothing super powered here. Debilitating Injury is the best card here. But I'm not even sure it's better than a Tri-Land. Especially if you're like me and you just want to try to rock and roll. A 5-color deck. And we have a nice start to that. And since I am just waking up and my voice is a bit scratchy and tired, I'm going to be sipping some tea during this draft. Warning you now. Alrighty. Kintry Invocation, Waterworld, Abzan Guide, Warshrieker. Very decent cards. Abzan Guide's the best. Goes great with the Ghostfire, Blade. But I think I'm willing to get in on this 5-color thing. Now, also, this kind of backs me up in a Jeskai build. If for some reason, that's what I do. The guide I do like, and again, with Morph and 5-color, it's great to have really strong Morphs, but I'm able to get these later. Maybe not these, but in general, you have enough Morphs guys that you don't really need them too high. So if it was like something better, I would probably go for it. Like a rare, or one of the more card advantage-y type spells, which is what you really want in 5-color anyway, or the card advantage. Don't get me wrong, the Kintry Invocation is a really good card and can be really powerful, but I think you need the right deck to build around it. A lot of those like big old butted dudes to get down. Here's another kind of like similar pick with a really good Morph or a dual land. This one is not really in with the Jeskai Charm, so it's not as big of a deal. However, there's a Swarm of Bloodflies, which is a really nice finisher that I tend to enjoy. And seeing that it's a single color in black makes me think black might be a little bit over. We saw that Debilitating Injury, right? Not that it's a major signal, but we're kind of just starting to look at that. I wouldn't mind a Loy Loxgon, though. I would love a nice Morph. But again, I think we can get to those Morphs. So here I'm going to start moving in on an open color pick versus my forcing a land pick. Here's a late Alabaster Kieran. No land. I think I wanted over the Leaping Master. Kieran goes with the Jeskai Charman. It's great with Ghost Fire Blade already. I'm not too sure the Swarm's going or not yet. But it's just the best card in the pack, too. It's interesting to see a second Monetary Swift Spirit, even though I don't think they're good. Because all the good, like, really aggressive cards, like, they're all uncommon. You don't really get enough in this format. Which is another thing I'm curious to see, is if as we move into the dash mechanic, if there's, even in just one pack, enough of a push into a stronger, like, Mardu build. Because I've not liked Mardu in this format at all. Tea. Small backwater I guess I could grab in speculation for going, super late with the whole 5-color thing. Helps a wee bit. I'm also just trying to pay attention to see what colors are kind of open. Hateblade's actually a really good card. If we were going black-white, it would be very acceptable. And all of these cards kind of work in that aggressive build. But again, I don't really like that strategy. I don't think it works very well, and I'm happy just to pick up a late dual land. Oh my gosh, and Sandstorm Citadel tabled? No, wait, didn't table. This is just a different one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is... Wow, just no one's picked it up. Alright, I'm definitely going to try. Wouldn't mind this Parapet this late, but I don't think you pass up a Tricolor in this format. So we're just going to start rocking the 5-color deck, which I'm super happy for, even if my voice does not seem to suggest it. As planned, one of these guys came back with the dual lands, since there were fantastic other lands in there as well. So we'll take the Rugged Highlands. Still, I'm happy to pass up Morphs. This is like, worse than the Abzan Guide Morph, but I'm happy to pass those up in favor of this sort of thing. Now here's an interesting choice. Parapet, I think, is a better card than Glacial Stalker. Not saying Vacuum, just because it does something more unique. But Glacial Stalker is kind of where we want to be in picking up Morphs for a deck like this. Although, I guess Parapet also does too. The thing is, I don't know if green's my base color yet. If I knew I was for sure base green on this 5-color thing, I would take the Parapet, because it's going to do a lot more to keeping me alive. But as it stands, I don't know that's the case, so I'd rather just have a nice solid morph. Again, it goes with Ghost Fire Blade. Always great to have morphs in the 5-color deck. None of these are going to be played in 5-color, because Cancel being the only playable card is double blue. So I'll have to put that right away in the sideboard. Don't need a banner. We're already at 5 really good lands. We'll take this card, hopefully never playing it. Riding Mastodon could actually make this kind of deck. Just because the things that slow down the game are great in the 5 colors. Cool. Now I just get to pick up any super powerful card I want. Ivy Tusk Fortress is kind of there, but I almost like an Air of the Wilds better. Anything else in here? Arrow Storm, but it's double red. I pretty much stay away from those. Dragon Grip, meh. So just having a 5/7 for 5 is pretty nice. It's just a big old butt. But I think Air of the Wilds just does something so unique and is that great that I want it. And I can easily start leaning in a green direction, since we saw green was a little bit open with that late Parapet. Yeah, I think I like it. I think it's a lot easier to replace at 5-drop. This Elephant, it's not overpowered unless you're like committed to Abzan and all those counters, which we might end up being, but that's currently not the game plan. I don't have a 2-drop slot yet. Oh, that's going to be annoying, because now I have to make one. Yeah, but I like this air pick here. Really solid twos. If you get more Parapets and stuff, I'd be happy to be base green, have my 2-drop slot be only green, and then fill in the rest of morphs and whatnot. It'd be nice. It'd be super nice. Ooh, lots of good cards here. I am low on removal. All I have is the Jeskai Charm, which makes the ride down seem interesting, but I'm not necessarily going to be an aggressive deck. Going 5 colors tends to go late. I would love this Bitter Revelation for the deck, but I think I can get it when I need it. I think the Heart Piercer is the right pick here. Normally I'd say Seeker of the Way is a better card in general, but I'm really enjoying my being able to spread across all the colors. So instead of like streamlining down to some kind of white thing with the Kieran and an air or something, Seeker, I'm not going to be in a tempo place to really get ahead of it, which is really where that guy shines. So that's fine. Here we'll take the Outpost. I can't imagine anything with what I'm trying to do being better than that. take the eyeballs. I need to start tallying how many colors I have of each. I forget I like to do that with the 5-color deck on the piece of paper to the side of me, knowing just exactly what's happening. Because that way I can kind of see where my fixing actually is. Ooh, Sultai Charm, Riverwheel, Winterflame. Lots of good cards here. Might take the Winterflame. Willie Loxodon's Treasure Cruise. Yeah, this is a great pack. Something old table for sure. Maybe even the Jungle Hollow. I think I just want the removal spell. I'm not too sure. But I think I want Winterflame over the Sultai Charm. You know, let me finish counting these up. So Sandstep Citadel, that's the Abzan, guys. So that's white, black, green. Again, I'm just tallying on a piece of paper here what my sources are. And then here's red, white, black. White, red, black. Which is good. We're pretty well spread out against all, except for blue we only have 2 sources so far. And the rest we have 3, or with red we have 4 sources. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Winterflame. I think it can be a 2-for-1, or if nothing else, like kill something plus get through. A little bit better than the Sultai Charm, even though Sultai Charm is just a straight-out removal spell on a monocolored creature, and it can help us filter. I think I like the Winterflame a little bit nicer. Wouldn't mind some more morphs like this Abomination. Here's a Thornwood Falls. Now I think I want to get the good morphs on now. I wouldn't mind 1, 2, 2, but I prefer Bitter Revelation in general. Or 1, but I mean, we'll be at the 1 or 2 draw spells that I want in this kind of deck. Let's just go ahead and pick up a nice, strong dude. Here's that Parapet I was mentioning. Here's a Tranquil Cove. We're at 6 lands. I don't need to kind of like prioritize them over rounding out the deck. So yeah, being this base green to slow down and then start pumping out some power seems to be a really nice strategy at the moment. Just need more. Ooh, Master of the Way. More do Rough Rider. These are both very good cards. I think I want Master in this kind of deck, whereas normally I think the Rough Rider is a better card. Monastery Flock, honorable mention. But Master of the Way is exactly what this deck wants, is a removal spell and replace your hand with card draw. It just gets that nice, what's it called? Card advantage for you. And that's exactly what this late game kind of wants to do. I mean, Mario Ruffer can get there. I mean, you just guarantee good board states of killing things, so that may not be correct. I really don't want to play dorky spells at all, so I'm just going to get rid of them for now, since we seem to be in a good spot. Elder would be fine. I think here I'm just going to go ahead and pick up another dual land, because none of these are super fantastic. Blue's the only one we need a little bit more of, and we have extra red, so I'll take the Jungle Hollow, get another, especially with the green base, green-black on. Do we have black? We have black, yeah. So we do have every color, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah. So I do care about that. Here to small backwater over Disowned Ancestor. I don't know if black's going to be a super strong start. And this guy's really great early on, and we don't really need it. And hey, it's a land. Let's get all of our lands up. So we now have a lot of black sources. Ooh, Ride Down actually came around. I mean, I'm going to take it here because I don't really want anything else. Skullkin's never going to make it. I don't know if Ride Down's going to actually make the cut. For now, we'll put it in the dork pile, even though it's actually way more powerful than a lot of other things. Another just small backwater is fine. Ooh, geez, Abomination and Monastery Flock tabled. I'm going to take the Abomination because it's more powerful. But Monastery Flock has a nice little utility being in a nice early morph and blocker, but I'm just going to go for power. Just the raw power. There's that Treasure Cruise. Thought we'd get there at some point. Happy to have it one of the main. We're not going to be heavily delving, but it's great to have a nice card draw spell. Just having 1 delve in the deck is always acceptable. Alright, how many playables do we have? We're only at 12 cards right now in the main deck. We got a couple fillers here. But we're pretty much where I need to be with lands. You want 9 lands in general. Dual lands or tri-lands. And having 3 tri-lands makes things super fantastic. So I don't really need to prioritize lands highly at all. Just got to start filling out the deck. With like an Anafenza. Is she even worth anything? I'm definitely taking her. I don't know if she's worth anything, but I can pretty much easily cast anything I want. Yeah, I'm passing up another tri-land, but again, I don't really need to prioritize those. Who knows, this is my table, like the last one that I got 8 to pick. I wouldn't mind debilitating injury. Teamer Charger would be great for morph, as well as a green 2-drop. But Anafenza, just a 4/4 for 3 mana that also puts counters on other creatures is pretty nice. So, pretty easy slam there. What else? Murderous Cut, thank you. Savage Punch would be good as well. Happy to take Murderous Cut, though, over anything else. Ponyback Brigades I don't really want in this kind of deck, but we're pretty low on our creatures and on our morphs. We only have 3 morphs. Ghostfire Blade isn't bad without morphs, but it gets infinitely better with more morphs, of course. But super strong awesome removal spell? Yes, please. Same with Burn Away? Yeah. Could argue taking the Horde Chief, filling out the 3-drops a little bit more. Definitely, again, I don't want the Seeker in this kind of deck, so we're kind of just going to be on the back pedal until we take it over the game. Silent Glacier's being double blue. Burn Away, though, we can easily cut. The thing is, now, like, our best removal spells, or really our only, because Just Sky Charm, kind of a removal spell. It's a bounce spell. We're all in the 5-drop slot. Oh, Winter Flame, I forgot about that one. But there are just really great removal spells, so I'm actually okay with that. And we should be able to stay alive till the 5 slot anyway. Ooh! Ice Daddy. These are great morphs, Pinewalker and Ice Feather Aven. I'd rather have the Aven in this deck. We'd love if these were like in successions of packs, but whatever. Yeah, I think the Aven's just a little bit more up to what I want to do. You're double red, so I don't care about you. Savage Punch is a really good removal spell. We want to be base green anyway. Do I have enough anything to trigger Ferocious, though? I have like a Glacial Stalker, and that's it. I really just need more creatures anyway, because I'm only at 9. Thing is, I don't think I want a Warden or Crewmore Bondkin. Ancestor and Wind Scout are fine, but not really what this deck cares the most about. Yeah, I'm still just going to take the Savage Punch. It's not like I need to get the +2/+2. You can still put states around it being awesome. And oh, there's Anafenza. That's 2 that are there. You still find good ways to make this guy relevant, but not for its ferocious abilities. Don't care, don't care. Chill is good. Disdainful Stroke, sideboardable. Maybe I just want to take another land just because why not? I'm only at 9 creatures though. There's only a few picks. Maybe I just take the Sidisi's Pet to round it out. But one is such a weak morph. I think I'm just going to take the Jungle Hollow just because it's there. Not that I need it necessarily. I have plenty of black and green sources. Another Savage Punch. Jeez. I think here, though, I do take a creature, and I'm going to take the War Behemoth. Even though Sultai Scavenger is a better card, I like it at Morph. I like that it's just a big slow down the game. Windstorm. How am I? I have good removal spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus an Alabaster Kirin. And two Abominations. Yeah, I'm actually good in the air. I don't really need a Windstorm. Savage Punch is like the best card by far in the pack, by the way. You just always take it. But I already have one that's not going to be great in the deck, and I just need more creatures. More creatures are particularly good for me. Take another War Behemoth. This is just rounding out the deck. Swarm of Bloodflies might still make it. It's a good card. Ride Down's an option. I don't need another Rotting Mastodon, and I don't really need more lands, especially to small backwater. So yeah, just another morph is fine. Filling out the creatures. Don't want to Tusk Colossedon, right? So Force Wave is actually really good. Don't know if I'm going to main deck it, just because in this deck it's not fantastic, but it's a great trick to have around. I think I am going to main deck it. This or Savage Punch. Disdainful Stroke, like I said, good for the sideboard. That's fine. Am I ever going to play an Embodiment of Spring? I guess I'm more likely to play an Embodiment of Spring. Ooh, Swiftwater Cliffs. But I do only have, how many? I have 12 creatures, if you count good creatures. So I'm a little light. So do I play Skullkin? Nah, let's just take the Swiftwater Cliffs. That just seems fine to me. Heart Piercer Bow. And Island. Alright, so we're a little bit short on playables, as we're only at 21, or I want one more, and I'd like it to be a creature, so I'm probably going to bring in this Rotting Mastodon. I'm not stoked on that, but I'm also not overly disappointed. We have a lot of black sources, so black and green might be kind of like our main base, but I just think we have plenty of dual lands to make everything fantastic. I think I want them. I don't know. I've plenty of things at 5 to do. Of course, all of the flipping, this one swarm plus a bunch of removal spells. I mean, I could get away with 12 creatures, bring like the ride down in. You know, bait in, you know, something to block. Not too sure. Let me pause and start figuring out some of the mana. That might determine what my last spell ends up being. Okay, so here's the deck kind of busted out a little bit. Pretty much how I had it set up in the draft. I still need to add that one last card. I really don't think the embodiment's going to do anything. I'm not going to be base blue. Don't need it early turns. I don't need to ramp out or anything, so we're fine. It's also just a shitty card. Disdainful Stroke, I like in a sideboard, but I don't want to main deck it. It's really between Ride Down and Rotting Mastodon. I just feel like I have plenty of good removal that I don't need Ride Down. Already Force Away and Savage Punch, those still good, are not like exactly all-stars in this type of deck, because I'm not really looking to do the tempo thing. But I think Force Away has a really nice way of getting good 2-for-1s, like bouncing something that's doing a removal spell, or being targeted, or just resetting the board, getting away something scary. And Savage Punch with a Ghostfire Blight, and just in general, being played smartly can take care of some business here. I just don't think I need the Ride Down, whereas I am a little light on creatures, and even though Rotting Mastodon's underwhelming, it's just a really great, hey, I'm here, you know, I'm locking this board down on the ground, and try to get through me. Again, I'm a little clogged up at the 5 slot, but not majorly. I mean, it's not like I have that much going on. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other guys that can unmorph and other good things to do at 5, but also if you look at the curve this way, if I'm trading off my morphs at the, you know, to stay alive in the 3/3 slot zone, it'd be nice to have a Rotting Mastodon. Eventually the Ghostfire Blade gets on it, boom. Start attacking. You're nice. Things are nice. Yeah, I like this. This should be a pretty fun build. Let's just figure out the rest of the manas now, see what Moto suggests, and we'll add that to the deck, and then we'll start counting up. Currently, I have only 3 white sources in my various dual lands here, so having 6 planes seems about right. I need at least 1, 2... I have 3 cards that are hard cast, plus 2 to flip. So it's only 5, so I mean 6 seems pretty good. Might add another planes if I want to be greedy, if I can't afford to be. When it comes to islands, I already have 5 blue sources, and 2 hard castable plus other flips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh, sorry, I missed these guys. I have 1, 2... I have a lot. I'm missing all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4... I have 5 cards that need blue, plus 6, 7, 8, 9 up if I want to be flipping. So I definitely want more blue. So that's something I want to pay attention to, because that's only 6 sources right now. That's not going to be enough. So that's the first thing I want to up the count on. Swamps, I think, is the first thing I can get rid of, because I'm pretty sure I'm good. I have currently 8 black sources with only 1, 2, 3, 4 hard castable cards, plus the 2 abominations. So yeah, having 8 black sources is all I need. So first thing we're going to do is get rid of the swamp, add in an island, which will up our count to 7 blue, and that's making me feel a lot more comfortable with what we're casting. Let's double check mountains now. I currently have 4 red sources. This would make 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also red spells. None of them are morphs too. So I wouldn't mind an extra mountain, but not as dire as the island thing, I would say. Plains, I think, it looks like it's going to have to stay at the 6 range. Green, I already have 5 sources. This would be our 6th. I do want another one because of these early, so... I mean, I'm always, like, very conservative with my mana base, so I'm not surprised I keep saying I want more. Let me revisit these plains. 6 whites for 1, 2... Basically just 2 cards. Maybe I do get rid of a plains. Question is, do I want an extra mountain or extra forest? How am I'm missing a red source in my count here, because I have more than that. I don't know, is my count off? That would be not good. Let me pause while I recount my dual lands. Alright, I know what I did. I accidentally tallied a black source instead of a red source. So, we actually only have 7 black sources. Still good, I think, for our 3 black spells plus our 2 flips. Or sorry, our 4 black spells plus our 2 flips. That should still be fine. But red's now at 5, 6, which is a little bit more where I want to be. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that actually makes that nicer to keep that mountain in. White's still only at 6, but I think I want to get rid of a plains and bring in a forest. Yeah, that seems a little bit nicer to me. Boom. For our 3 hard castable white spells, plus the 2/4, that just makes our 2 drops better. And our 2 drops are kind of key to get online. So I like this build much, much better. Cool. Can't wait. On to round 1.